Police say the 8-year-old was last seen March 1st. She left the homeless shelter where her family lives with the janitor, 51-year-old Khalil Tatum, a man her mother had trusted to care for her. Monday, Tatum's body was found in Kenilworth Park, dead from an apparent suicide. Police had converged on the park after tips led them there, but after a week of scouring the more than 700 acres, there is still no sign of Relisha.
Hello guys, Angel here. So, this is another shallow dive true crime video. This is about the case of Relisha Rudd. Like I always say, if you want deep facts and details about this case, I'll post links of videos that do a deep dive of this case. A lot of their resources come from books, documentaries, and of course the internet. Please go ahead and check out their channel and subscribe to them. Now, please keep the comments respectful since this is a real case of a missing and possibly a murdered girl that is still unsolved. Relisha was born on October 29th, 2005 and went missing on March 1st, 2014, making her 8 years old at the time. She lived with her mother in a general shelter in Washington, D.C. The living conditions in there were horrible to the point Relisha would rather stay in school as long as she could. It wouldn't take long for Relisha and her mother to befriend an employee of the shelter. He was a janitor named Khalil Tatum. Relisha loved spending time with Tatum because it kept her away from the shelter, but also he would take her to fun places, buy her candy, toys, stuff like that, you know? Stuff that maybe for a child doesn't seem strange or weird, but for an adult, it does seem kind of strange. I guess what I'm trying to say is it seems strange for an adult male to be so close to a little child that you don't really know, and he's buying you all these things. Like, to a child, that probably seems like fun and normal, but you know, to an adult, it would probably seem very suspicious. And all of this was under the approval of Relisha's mother, Shamika Young. However, one particular day, she suddenly stopped attending school. It took 30 days for the police to be informed of this. Police would later find out that the last sighting of Relisha was with Tatum when they were seen by camera in a hotel. They are both seen walking in a room, and this would be the last time anyone would ever see Relisha, except for most likely Tatum. Tatum would later become the prime suspect in Relisha's disappearance, as there was a manhunt for him. The police discovered a couple of disturbing things. They found his wife, Tatum's wife, in a hotel room, dead, gunshots into her head. And then not too soon later, they would find Tatum with a gunshot to his head, but this would be considered self-inflicted. As for Relisha, she was nowhere to be found. When the police looked into Tatum's background, they discovered he had a past criminal history and that he was a felon. A couple of people also came forward and reported that Tatum did give a lot of creepy vibes when it came to young girls. So there's no question why he was the prime suspect in the disappearance of Relisha. But now, the police were left with no answers, and to this day, Relisha Rudd has never been found. Now, you are probably thinking, why make this video if there are already so many out there? Like I always say. Well, because this case has always made me ask myself the same question, and I am hoping someone can clarify this for me. Why has there never been surveillance footage released of Tatum leaving the hotel room? Everyone who knows about this case has most likely seen the footage of the two walking inside the hotel room, but them or him leaving has never been released. Not even Tatum holding something like a suitcase or trash bags that can give us a clue that Relisha was murdered inside the room and then smuggled out. There's a reporter who asks one of the detectives who is on the case, is there any footage of Relisha, Tatum, or just Tatum walking out of the hotel room?
And back around the time Relisha first stopped showing up for school. Look closely. That's Tatum on the left, and little Relisha walking down the hallway, and then disappearing into a hotel room.
Relisha is seen going into the door. Is there video of her coming out?
So because it's an open investigation, we can't really release the information as far as what videos we have available to us.
Which does not make any sense to me. I mean, okay, maybe at the time, but now the prime suspect is dead. He killed his wife, and Relisha is missing. So why keep that footage? Why not release it? Like, how is that going to disrupt the investigation? And maybe I don't know. Maybe somebody does know, but still, it's like, how did he enter that hotel room and nobody knows how they left? The only other thing I could think of is that he crawled out the window, or they crawled out the window, or he crawled out the window with Rochelle's deceased body. Like, I don't know. It frustrates me. And we can't end this video without talking about Relisha's mother, Shamika, who just gives me really bad vibes. She was obviously not arrested. There was no evidence that she had any part in the disappearance and or murder of her daughter. But just the way she acts, just the way she never reported her daughter missing, you know, she hasn't seen her for such a long time and she doesn't do anything. And then when they went on the Steve Wilkos show, just her attitude, like, she rubs me the wrong way.
Mother, how did you not know that she had been missing for 18 days?
I didn't have any contact.
Why not?
I didn't have a phone.
This janitor that you see in the video, what was your relationship with him? Khalil,
I didn't have a relationship with him. He had a relationship with a family member of mine.
take a test. But you're not eliminating yourself as a suspect in the disappearance
Let
of
me
your
tell
daughter.
you something.
You, I believe, has something to do with her disappearance.
But, you know, the police couldn't do anything to connect her to Rochelle's case. But I still think she's a very negligent mother. So, if there's a theory that I would believe the most, it would be that she was probably sold into sex trafficking either by her mother, by Tatum, or by both. Because the police spent hours and hours, days, weeks looking for her body, or for her if she was still alive, and they could never find her. No remains, no skeletal remains, nothing. Nothing was ever found. So it makes sense that she was taken by different people and probably moved to a different state, country. I don't know. I know it sounds horrible. It's something that we don't want to think about, but now tell me what you guys think. Why didn't they release that footage of Kahil Tatum leaving the hotel room with or without Relisha? It's been a long time now. This case has been cold for a long time, and maybe the police are doing it for a good reason, but I just can't figure out what that reason is. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's hope that whatever happened to Relisha, she is doing fine, or she's in a better place.